Hello family and welcome new viewers. In this video, a sister in Christ had a dream regarding wars and rumors of wars which she wanted to share with other believers worldwide like yourself. Please share if you ever had a dream like this in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Hey y'all, good morning. I am coming on here to tell you guys about the dreams that I've been having about us being under attack in war or whatever. So the very first dream I had earlier this year. I can't remember the day. I have to go look back at my dream journal. I had a dream that I was at a engagement to praise dance or something, but I wasn't praise dancing. And we were, it was like a catastrophe that was going on in the church or whatever. A lot of stuff that was going on. And then after that, we were getting back on the bus to travel back to, like, you know, our home state or whatever like that, because I guess we did like a road trip to like another church or something. And on the way, as soon as we got in the bus, I'm looking for like my godbrother and my cousin, and I couldn't find them. Like, I guess they had got left behind or something like that. So I ended up, like, we started traveling on the bus. Next thing you know, I started seeing these, like, y'all know how Air Force One looks, those little skinny little Air Force planes or whatever, those thin ones. I started seeing like a bunch of those in the sky, and they were like just dropping bombs, and stuff was like blowing up and everywhere, and the world just looked bad. It looked like one of those disaster movies or whatever. And we're like, oh my God. And at this time I'm thinking about my child. I'm just like, I don't even have my child. He's with his dad. I can't like protect him or anything like that. Like, you know, like, damn. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, what's going on? Just worrying about trying to get to him. We're trying to drive. The bus driver was thinking to drive through it, and the guards were like telling him like, no, don't do that. Like, you're running right into the trouble, whatever. So we ended up just like pulling over on the side of the road or whatever, and I guess just waiting there or something. And then like you just saw like a whole bunch of bombs dropping, bodies everywhere. Like, it was just bad. It just looked so bad. And then I had another dream about a war or whatever. And then the dream I just had last night, I was hold on, I gotta recall. Okay, it looked like, okay, in this dream I was out somewhere with a friend or whatever, and next thing you know, there was like a massive explosion. You looked outside and you can see like if y'all ever like heard about them California wildfires that just be like it just be carrying and coming closer and all that stuff. It literally looked like that in Las Vegas. Like, it was like a big old explosion or wildfire, and it was like heading, like coming, like taking over the sky or whatever. And then we started seeing like they were like loading people up on like ships and stuff like that or something to, like, you know, get away. And then it's another dream where I don't have my child. I can't protect him. Like, he's with his other parent. I'm like, and then it scared me. I woke up just like, why the hell do I keep having these dreams of these wars and stuff going on and us being under attack or whatever, and I can't even protect my own kid? And I like, and there might be some spiritual revelation to that as well, because it's like, you know, what can you really do to just cover your kid in the spirit? But when you see those movies and hear about it, if there's under war, there's only so much you can do to protect your kids. And y'all know how babies are and how they crying, they loud, you know, they bring attention, and it just like made me nervous. And I'm just like, you know, I just got to keep covering my child and praying over him. Like, God forbid, you know, anything like that happens in the U.S. But if it does, I just pray that God just covers and keeps us, you know, everyone. And, you know, but, you know, and then I wake up, I tell my friend about it, and she was like, that's crazy, because, you know, they've been talking about, if there's talks about Russia bombing the U.S. or whatever. And I'm just like, and then all the other TikTok conspiracy videos about how we are already like in World War III right now, but the civilians aren't just like really aware of what's really going on, you know, because they're keeping it from us or whatever. it was like mist that was overcoming the sky or whatever. So I was trying to tell my family, y'all, come look at this, come look at this. And every time they went to go look, they could not see what I see. And I'm just like, y'all don't see all these demons flying around and all this stuff going on? They're like, no, we cannot see that. I'm just like, oh my God. So they go back in the house. I close the door, I wait a while, I'll go back out. Next thing you know, I see soldiers, big giants. I mean giants, like transformer looking soldiers, giants coming out of the water, the ocean, with their full armor, you know. And y'all know the face of the Hunger Games, the old girl. She was like, her face was like on the shield of one of the like giants or whatever. And I'm just like, there's like a war that is going on. And I think that was more so like there's a war going on in the spiritual realm, you know, that I think when the time does come, or it's already going on right now, and only select few and chosen people are going to be the ones that are going to be able to physically see it and call it. But the people that you may not have the gift of discernment, not discernment, but may not have the gift to like see, they're not going to be able to see it. And those people that can see it are probably going to be the ones that are going to have to like warn people or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. We just need to just really just pray for all of us. If you don't believe in God, it's just probably time for you just to believe in God, because we gonna need Him if we do go into war. Because what's going on in Israel and China and all these other places that have experienced being attacked and bombed, like we sitting there watching the videos on our phone, and it's like, it's different when you're not in the situation, and we scroll past those videos, or we don't really look into it that much because it's not us, we're not affected by it. But seeing that, imagine if it becomes us, y'all. Like, we would want people to care and want to help us too, but it's just the U.S. just did so much damage to other countries and putting their nose where it don't belong. And it's like, don't go after the whole country. Okay, you feel me? But watch these movies, that's what they do. They don't just attack the president, the White House. And I'm not saying to attack the president in the White House. They attack the whole country. They hit the whole country. Like, you gonna feel it, you know. I just don't know. It just kind of made me a little, I wouldn't say I'm fearful or I'm scared, because the Bible does talk about, you know, fear. Do not fear, you know. But I would say I'm very concerned. And, you know, and I remember in the dream, I was like, I called my girl, I was trying to call my grandma, like, there's something going on or whatever. And she couldn't, like, she was like, it was like the connection got really bad, so our line ended up disconnected, and I was just trying to make it to like get home to her and go get my baby. But it was like I was trying to find different ways to do that. Ended up getting on a ship, and it was the wrong ship that was taking me away from the freaking country or the place or whatever. I don't know, this thing like it was going somewhere else, and I'm just like, no, like I need to go get my kid. But yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like a lot ramble. It's not rambled. It's, I don't know. I just wanted to share it with y'all, just because I've noticed a lot of times where I have had dreams and things have occurred, and I could have like set out a warning or something, but I didn't. Like the whole thing that happened, I don't know if y'all seen about it, but the whole incident that happened in Nashville of the plane crash, let me tell y'all tea about that. I was set to go, and that was like recently, I was set to go to Nashville around that time to visit my mom, and I did go. And you know, with my son, and that entire week I had a dream that Monday, my flight was that Saturday, I had a dream that Monday where I how much time do I got? I had a dream that Monday where I had to, where the weather was bad, so they like grounded all the planes or something like that. And I had a dream that I was like at a Usher dance audition, and I ended up seeing like a plane crash into like Usher's plane or something like that. And then, you know, and we rebuked that, you know. And then that Friday, I got message notifications from Southwest, like, you know, we're having extreme weather conditions, you might experience delayed flights, etc. The time is about to go out, but I might do a part 2 and tell y'all more about that.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never failed me all my days.